but another girl shouldn't like me and take me away. And the only thing that bring me back was a coconut cocoa tea. That cocoa tea is a price of prices. Every time I don't know where I be. If you want to fly, woman, you got to look for me. But she got my head upside down with a coconut cocoa tea. And then I went to the doctor, find what the matter with me. He had me well examined, and then he said to me, have you ever lived with a woman? The man don't hide it from me. But the woman has got a mission made up and she give you in cocoa tea. That cocoa tea is the price of myself. Every time I don't know where I be. If you want to find woman, you got to look for me. But she got my head upside down with a coconut cocoa tea. Well then, my dear good doctor, what will become of me? Why did you stay away so long and did not come to me? In the end you will reach the graveyard. Prepare what over it be. So give all men caution. Beware of cocoa tea. The cocoa tea is the price of virgin. Every time I don't know where I
9:30 in night, me there, now me there. Alright, then. Alright, later. Yeah, cool then. Tell him to turn it down, because I don't know if we can control it. But me tired like right now.
drink coffee tea. Mango time. Care how nice it may be. Mango time. At the height of the mango crop, when the fruit them are ripe and drop, wash up and turn them down. Mango time. Make we go mango walk. Mango time. Mango time. For it's only the talk. Mango time. Mango time. Make we jump on the big jackass, riding down on the top of us. For the bank was full. Mango time. Turpentine, large and fine. Mango time. Mango time. Rubbing mango so sweet. Mango time. Mango time. Down by lip and here is skin. At the back and around the bit. Make the best solid crop. Mango time. Now drink coffee tea. Mango time. Mango time. Hear how nice it may be. Mango time. Mango time. At the height of the mango crop, when the fruit them are ripe and drop, wash up and turn them up. Mango time. Never live in vain, Brother Marcus. Talking about Marcus Garvey, Marcus Messiah Garvey. Marcus Messiah Garvey, Marcus Messiah Garvey, Marcus Messiah Garvey. Man of nobility, man of nobility. He said, up, up, imagine raise. Marcus Garvey family, ancestors no leave me. Naya Bingi, Bobo Shanti. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, oh, oh. Ay, 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 ay. Hey, hey. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, oh, oh. Ay, ay, ay. Hey, hey, listen, the blood of African kings run in my vein. Here in that Jamaica.
I want them sing like a long time. Who's Ziggy?
Yeah.
I think I just yeah.
I apologize for that. My internet is acting up this morning, connectivity issues. Once again, good morning. Is everyone hearing me? Can you say yes, no?
Yes, we are hearing you.
We are hearing Miss Loud and
Yes,
clear.
we are hearing.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We're here to celebrate our heroes once again. Of course, every year on our calendar in school, we're slated to give thanks and to just celebrate our heroes. Say thanks to them, though they are dead, for all the things that they have done for us, which has led us here to be able to become heroes of the future. And for that, of course, we come today with activities, with a program that will fill your spirit, fill your heart. It's gonna be educational and also fun-filled. So I'm gonna ask of you to just give us some of your time today, bask in whatever activities we have planned for you, and of course, take something away from it. Remember, we're using the theme, saluting our heroes, safeguarding our legacy. Humanities Department is hosting the program, and with no further ado, I will be introducing our MC for this part of the program. The program, of course, is going to be twofold, where we'll have the main program now, and then we'll have a 10 minutes break. You'll still be on while we're having the 10 minutes break just to refresh yourselves. And then thereafter, we'll have our mini concert. So at this point, I'm going to introduce Mrs. Flavia Allen, a practicum teacher from the University of the West Indies. She's with us this term, and of course, she has volunteered to be the MC. So Mrs. Allen, over to you. Mrs. Allen?
I am here. You're hearing me? Everyone online, are you hearing me?
We're hearing.
Speak a little louder.
Give me a moment, please. Is that better now?
Loud and clear, that's good.
Okay,
For sure.
perfect. But I just hear you said something a while ago. You're inviting me to where? And I volunteered to it. What you not saying to me? And we're doing what? Safeguarding our?
Heroes.
Come on, man. We're safeguarding our?
Heroes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing that. Extra 50, right? Not extra 50.
What I'm gonna ask is for those who are on Zoom, kindly mute your mics. So the host, the co-host. Okay, so I get to understand that we are saluting our heroes, and in doing that, we will be safeguarding our
Legacy.
our legacy. Yes, man. And I hear that it is going on. We are down by Donald Quarry. So guess what? Come we go down. Come we go down. Come we go down at Donald Quarry. Come we go down. Come we go down. Come we go down at Donald Quarry. Come we go down. Come we go down. Come we go down at Donald Quarry. But guess what? It seems like I'm all alone here. I don't see anyone. Oh, we're going through a pandemic. So what? Viewers are online? Yes, we are live on YouTube. So this morning, I just want to say good morning, Donald Quarry. And I know I won't be hearing you, but guess what? I am expecting the chat to be populated at this moment. So type in the chat away, man. Someone is there, man, in the chat. So just put out your good morning, your hellos in the chat at this moment. And guess what? We can't be having a celebration all alone. So we have some friends that are here. So friends, we want to tell you good morning and welcome to our heritage celebration. Family members, good morning, and it's glad that you are here because guess what? This celebration would be so dull without you. And I am going to give you 30 seconds. Only 30 seconds now, just to send out the link so others can join us. So come we go down, come we go down, come we go down at Donald Quarry, come we go down, come we go down. Good things are going on, so come we go down, come we go down, come we go down at Donald Quarry. Send out the link and make them come join we down at Donald Quarry. Come we go down, come we go down. Come we go down at Donald Quarry. Yes, man. At this time, we're going to have our opening song. And we cannot do it all by ourselves. No, man. Anything we're doing down by Donald Quarry, gotta have to be in the midst of it. Yes. And after our opening song, we'll be having the prayer by Mrs. Joanna Bell Dice. So after the opening song, we'll be having our opening prayer by Mrs. Joanna Bell Dice. And remember, the slaves them used to go through whole heap. And we Black people, we love to pray. So, Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya. Oh Lord, Kumbaya. So at this time, we definitely build our school on thee, oh Lord.
We build our school on the
Amen. At this time, Mrs. Bell Dice will lead us into prayer.
Thank you so much. All right, so let us have reverence wherever we are gathered, and whatever we're doing, let's just stop just to give God some glory. All right, so let's bow our heads in reverence. Most righteous and eternal Father, as we gather here today in this fashion, I want you to just saturate this place and fill it with your presence. Lord, we will be digging in our past and allowing everyone to have an understanding of what our ancestors faced and how they preserved and persevere and excel, how they push through and stand up for what they believed in that time and in their era. Help us to remember with you all things are possible, possible as it was back then with our national heroes and possible now with us here and our students at school. Help us to understand that just like what they had accomplished then, the students and ourselves are able to do just the same in our own way. Teach us, guide us, cover us under your blood. Protect us for all those that will be participating in the program, for all the students that are here to learn or to understand or to get a refresher of what it is to be involved in a national heroes celebration. Just take full control, cover us and all that are here. Help us that we may enjoy. And just as we're enjoying the program, we also learn and we also try to get what it is that is there to get. Help us that we may build on our morals and our integrities and allow us, just like our ancestors and just like our heroes did, that they stood for what they believe in. Help us that we may stand for what we believe so we may not fall for anything. All right, with these and other mercies I ask of you, we just ask you to give us the glory and to give us understanding once more and always. Amen.
Amen, amen. So, guess what? We could never have a celebration like this without highlighting our strengths, our richness. And guess what? I want you to populate the chat for me at this time. You're going to tell us, what does the symbols represent? The black, the green, and the gold in the Jamaican flag. What does those colors represent? Come, type away. Let us know. Let us see how much you are aware. Students, send out the information. Let them know that we here at Donald Quarry, we know about our culture. We know where we are coming from and where we want to be. So at this time, we will be raising our flag so high. Meanwhile, those who are on YouTube will be typing away in the chat, telling us what the black is for, what the gold represents, and what the green means to you. Come, type away while we raise our flag high at this moment. Come on, help me big up Jamaica, the land of wood and water. Yay! Happy we flag that are raised.
Eternal Father, bless our land, guard us with thy mighty hand, keep us free from evil powers, be our light through countless hours. To our leaders, great defender, grant Justice, truth, be yours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love. Teach us true respect for all, the response to duty's call. Strengthen us, the weak to cherish. Give us vision, lest we perish. Knowledge send us, Heavenly Father. Grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth, be yours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we
Yes, yes, I'm seeing the chat being populated. Yes, Mrs. Bell Dice and the others, I'm seeing your responses. Glad to know we know so much about our culture. We know so much about our strength. And from here, from here to the black, you know, we're talking about our strength, right? Yes, man. And guess what? The goal means some things. I'm seeing them in the chat. Yes. But we can't give away everything at once. So as we go through the program, you'll be hearing more about the colors of the flag. So keep tuned, keep listening, send on the link so others can join as well. And at this time, we have someone in our midst. He's the captain. He's the one anchoring the ship at this time. Through this very turbulent time. We're going through a big storm. We are affected by the pandemic. Yes. And guess what? Academics is not secluded from this. We are facing challenging times, both students, parents, other staff members, we're feeling it. And someone has to be steering the ship. And here at Donald Quarry, we have our own captain. Yes, man. We have our captain, Mr. Talbert Weir, and he's going to give us a charge at this time. And trust me, when he's finished, you will be energized. I've heard him a few times, and trust me, I have been bouncing, I've been energized, and I do hope that after he's through this morning, you too can experience what I have experienced.
Good morning and thank you very much. Good morning to my illustrious and hard-working members of staff. While I may be the captain, if it were not for you, the crew, I don't believe that we would be in this position in which we are today. And I salute you for all the efforts that you would have put into getting us to where we are today, not only for Monday's program and today's program, but for the startup of school in September until this day today. Praise God, we are here today. My students and parents and all other well-wishers who are on the platform, I also wish you well. I wish for you the knowledge that God would want to, give to each and every one of us to understand from whence we came, and for us to remember a lot of sacrifices would have taken place in order for Jamaica to be what it is today. During this week, we celebrate our national heroes. And one must always bear in mind that a national hero is not, you can become a hero. And I'm going to share this little story with you that was told to me last night. In fact, I was in the presence of an individual who was called by a friend from overseas. And it touched me, you know. It meant something to me, and it meant something to the individual who made the call. And the person who made the call called this longtime friend. Both persons went to the same high school. And the person from overseas said to the person here in Jamaica, can you recall the days when you would take your breakfast to school and share it with me for lunch? And the person on the receiving end said, I don't really remember those things. And of course, the person on the other end, the overseas end, told many stories that would have juggled the mind of this individual. And she went on to say that there were many days that the only meal I had was the lunch that you brought to school. And I looked forward for having that lunch. And what was the lunch? A bully beef sandwich, a bread, a egg sandwich, a cheese sandwich. And she remembered those days of Immaculate Conception High School. Those were in the 1980s. And she ended the conversation by saying to her, and I won't call the name of the individual, she said to her, you are my hero. Because if it were not for you and your parents who provided that little meal for me, I don't know if I would have concluded high school. Something as simple as that, an individual charge it to mean, to say to the individual, you are my hero. It touched me because I give away food almost every day, and it really and truly means nothing to me. But the person who receives it, believe you me, it means a lot. For each of you as members of staff of Donald Quarry High School, who spends the time to reach out to all the children who are not online, believe you me, you are their hero or heroine, because a lot of females are female staff members are reaching out as well. And so I hail you, my staff members, as heroes and heroines of Donald Quarry High School. There is no gift that I can give you that can repay your efforts. And I can say to you, I thank you all very much for the efforts that you have been putting into reaching the children of Donald Quarry High School. Though few in numbers, I still hail you. You are heroes of Donald Quarry High School. You are now living what Paul Bogler, Nanny, and all the others would have done for us. If it were not for them, we would not be in the position in which we are. The colors of our flags And I will not say the meaning. I don't want to give away anything. But the colors of our flags, of our flag, it is an indelible mark. And we must know, especially as young people, that we ought not to take these colors for granted, because our country, Jamaica, has been through much. And the colors of our flag speaks to what we have gone through. And so during this exercise, I am going to ask that you revel, that you enjoy the presentations of today, but most of all is that you learn from these exercises. Because if you as young people don't learn it, then our legacy will die. It will die. The opening I told you of was this morsel that was shared by one young lady to another. That young lady, she said she has passed that information to her grandchildren, her children, and now her grandchildren. And the name of the person who fed her while she was in school is a household name. Now, the person on whom she was speaking to yesterday did not know that her name was a household name. And so, my young people, our national heroes and the persons who have brought Jamaica to where it is today must become and remain household names. And when you speak of a Sam Sharp, it must mean something. When you speak of a Paul Bogle, it must mean something. When you speak of a Norman Manley, it must mean something. And all 7 of our national heroes, when we speak of them, we must speak of them with utmost respect and fervence. If it were not for them, then let us ask ourselves the question, where would Jamaica be? And so I leave you this morning to enjoy and to learn all that the Humanities Department has to present to us. Have a great day, and God bless you all.
Indeed, Mr. Principal, we just want to thank you for those words of hope, wisdom, and encouragement. And the green on our flag, yes, it also reminds us that we have hope and we have resources. Jamaica is known for the agricultural resources. Yes, man. And guess what? At Donald Quarry, we too have our own hero. And I bet you never tell me who. Type in the chat, yes, man. I bet you never tell me who. I'm not going to tell you. But this person was a runner. This person was a runner. Trust me. Them say him was the best. I don't know if he could have still around the corner too. But yes, man, him good around the corner. Yes, he was a runner. So at this time, in salute of Donald Quarry, I will be passing on the baton to 2 of my friends. Yes, man, 2 of my friends. I'm not selfish, you know. Guess what? I asked you to pass on the link to your friends. If you did not do so, I did it. I passed on the link to 2 of my friends, and they will carry us through the end of this segment of the program. So this morning I have with me Corneal Morgan and Raquel Mackenzie, and they are going to share with us. They are going to continue and let us know more about our legacy. Corneal, Raquel at this time.
Thank you very much, Flavor. I don't know why you don't have on your mask in this pandemic time. Oh, sorry, I forgot. It's online. It's online. Oh, I'm sorry. Online. Yes. So, Mr. Principal Talbert Weir, and also we have the vice principals, Miss Maxine Lawrence and Miss Trisha Campbell, acting, and the members of staff, and the students, the parents, the guardians, everybody want to say good morning. You know, on seeing this multitude of individuals online, you know, I would not want to intoxicate you with the exuberance of my verbosity. And even though you have a Psalm 119, which is a very lengthy psalm, you also have a Psalm 117, which is very short. So I'll not make my speech elaborate, but I'll make it as short as a miniskirt, but long enough to cover the most important areas. So don't worry. So I can assure you I'll not be longer than 4 hours. I'm kidding. I won't spend 4 hours with you. But I want to say I'm excited. I'm happy you will see Miss Mackenzie a little later on in the program. I want to say thanks to Flavia, Dr. the Honorable Excellency Flavia Allen, PhD, MMD, QC, OJ, JP, MP. I'm placing all those titles on her. She doesn't have them, but I'm placing them on her. I want to say thank you and for the opportunity to share. Thank you to Mr. Principal Weir for allowing us to share on the platform with your students. And of course, as I said, you will see Miss Mackenzie a little later on in the program. Yes, I am excited. I am delighted. In fact, when Flavor called me, I told her I'm not on the island. She asked me to wear a Jamaican color. I told her I do not have, I didn't bring anything Jamaican with me, but I tried to find something as close as possible. I'm in black, and I hope that my background, I've decided to use the Caribbean flavor background to cover that as well. So I do hope that this will do justice. But good morning again, and may you have a wonderful engagement throughout the course of this wonderful proceeding that you're having so far. I saw individuals typing in the chat, flavor, sorry, those of you who don't know, I call her flavor, you know. I see person saying, Nassiv Powell saying, is it me? Asking the question if they are the runner. You'd have to post yourself running for us to see if you are the runner. And then Javon Campbell say, Usain Bolt. But I know celebrating 44 years, Donald Quarry High School, I want you to know that you have a hero. Mrs. Allen shared with you that you have a hero, and that hero, Donald Quarry himself. Your school was called Harborview High School before, but then the name was changed to Donald Quarry to reflect Donald Quarry, who did a great feat for his achievements in 1974 Olympics to do Jamaica proudly. And we say thank you to Donald Quarry. And so your school was named after that great runner, Donald Quarry. Yes, thank you very much. So it's not you, Nassif. And we're not talking about Usain Bolt at this time, but we're talking about Donald Quarry. And of course, you're celebrating also the 44th year anniversary of Donald Quarry. I am delighted. I'm happy to hear that from Donald Quarry. Now, at this time, you know, I told you I'll not be long. You know, they said that blessed is a man who talks short, for he lives to speak another day. And I'm reminded of the fact that a speech is like grass. It's better when it's short. So I'm going to keep it short. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome. You can put your applauses in typing, by typing drum rolls and claps and so forth, as we take an item at this time from Miss Tudy Alexander with the item at this time.
All right, good morning, everyone. Can you all hear me? Everyone hear me?
Yes.
All right, awesome.
Wonderful, we're hearing you, and if you're not hearing, you can sign.
Okay, all right. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey, hey. So you beat them, and so you mistreat them. So you lock them down and you think that you've won, but them a whole a meditation. Out in a isolation. Them a follow Rastafari and I live upright. So tell me what you gonna do now. Tell me what you gonna do now. Tell me what you gonna do now. Cause the youths are all them roots. You can't water down and dilute. You can't hide the truth from the youth. You can't steal the fruit, not the root. Cause the youths are all them roots. Hey, hey. Hey. Ooh. You give them cartoons, turn them fool. You poison their food, and you think that you've won, but them a whole a meditation. Out in a isolation. Them a follow Rastafari and I live upright. So tell me what you gonna do now. Tell me what you gonna do now. Tell me what you gonna do now. Cause the youths are all them roots. You can't water down and dilute. You can't hide the truth from the youth. You can't steal the fruit, not the root. Cause the youths are all them roots. You can't water down and dilute. You can't hide the truth from the youth. You can't steal the fruit, not the roots. Cause the youths are all them roots. Cause the youths are all them roots. You can't water down and dilute. You can't hide the truth from the youth. You can't steal the fruit, not the root. Cause the youths are all them roots. All right, all your roots. Happy Heritage Day, everyone.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Those of you who wish to have a copy of Miss Tudi Alexander album, you just reach out to me. Just make sure you send the funds to the account. And the account number is 119. 119. Yes, send the funds, please. Thank you, Miss Tudi. Really appreciate it. You know, there was a certain gentleman, you know, who marries this lady, and he didn't love the lady. Didn't love her at all. He marries her because she sings well. And you know, one day the gentleman came home from work earlier than expected. And so his wife was in the kitchen preparing. As I said, he came home from work earlier than expected. So she didn't realize that he was home. And he came to the entrance to the kitchen, just looking at her without her recognizing that he was there. And you know, the man was there saying to himself, what an unlikely looking creature. He's saying, you know, he couldn't take it anymore. And he bawled out and said, darling, for heaven's sake, sing. So I am happy today that I didn't have to say, darling, for heaven's sake, sing for Miss Alexander, because she's looking well. Thank you very much again. And of course, as I said, if you want a copy of the album, just reach out to me. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are going to take at this time Mr. Carlton Ferreira. Did I get that correctly? Ferreira. Yes, as he will bring his item at this time.
It must have been cold here in our shadows to never have sunlight on your faces. You were content to let us shine, that's your way. You always walked a step behind. So we are the ones with all the glory, while you are the ones with all the strength. Beautiful faces without names for so long. Beautiful smiles to hide the pain. Nanny, did you ever know that you're our hero? And everything we would like to be. We can fly higher than an eagle, for you are the wind beneath our wings. It might have appeared to go unnoticed, but we've got it all here in our hearts. We want you to know we know the truth. Of course we know it. We would be nothing without you. Manny, did you ever know that you're our hero? You're everything we wish we could be. We could fly higher than an eagle, for you are the wind beneath our wings. But did I ever tell you you're my hero? You're everything, everything we wish we could be. Oh, and we can fly higher than an eagle, for you are the wind beneath our wings. You are the wind beneath our wings. The wind beneath our wings. Oh, the wind beneath our wings. Fly, fly, fly away so high. I almost touch the sky. Oh, fly, fly, fly away so high. I almost touch the sky. Oh, fly, fly, fly away so high. We almost touch the sky. Thank you, thank you, thank God for you, the wind beneath our wings.
Man, yes, man. Wait. That is right. See, Makala, yes, lovely voice, so true. What is happening here down at Quarry? People, wait. You know what? Any of you need $5,000 right now? You need $5,000? Just type concert. Just type concert. If anyone want $5,000, just type concert. Say concert, and you get $5,000. So easy it is. That's how easy it is. Just type concert. If you don't type, you're not gonna get it. Wait, Maxine, you type concert? Okay, let me see. Why? How many persons? Money pull. All right, so I'm gonna make sure that I find all 5 grannies in Jamaica and send to all of you. 5 grannies, all right? 5 grandmothers sent to you. All right, good. Oh, no. That was too easy. That was too easy. But I'm gonna give you a gift, Patrick. I'm gonna give you a gift. If you can tell me the first person who can type in the chat to say, well, some folks are on YouTube. So this is what we're gonna do. I will, well, I can do YouTube as well. Yes, for the first person YouTube. I'm not sure if you're on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, first person Facebook, first person YouTube, and the first person in the Zoom. If you can tell me the first national hero for Jamaica. That's just simply as that. Yes, and we'll see how you can get your gift. Just simply as that. Just tell me the first national hero for Jamaica. See somebody type in the chat. We don't know your name. We're gonna send this gift up to Bill Gates, because it's Bill Gates' name I see on it. See, Samsung Galaxy. Ladies and gentlemen, it was my pleasure to share in this exercise with you. I have one more thing to cover on my agenda before I turn over to Miss Raquel Mackenzie. But I'm still going to introduce Miss Raquel Mackenzie to you. She is the graduate of Northern Caribbean University in mass communication, and we want to thank her for the opportunity for consenting to be with us today to share in the program. Miss Mackenzie, thank you very much. And at this time, we will take the quotations, the quotes from the departments. After the departments would have completed their famous quotes from the national heroes or wherever they're taking those quotes from, then the next person will take over in leading the program will be Miss Raquel Mackenzie. Over to you now, departments.
Messiah Garvey. The black skin is not a badge of shame, but rather a glorious symbol of national greatness. A quote from Nanny of the Maroon. Don't wait for it to happen. Get up and make it happen. Create your own future and dreams. Dreams are free, goals have a cost. Time, effort, sacrifice, and sweat. How will you pay for your goals? The same goal. The youth, intoxicated with his aspiration of a hero, fails to see that it is only a projection of his own soul he admires. A quote from Paul Vogel. A person's view of you is not important. What is important is what you view of yourself. By Shelley and Fraser Price. I would rather die upon yonder gallows than live in slavery. Quote from Samuel Shaw, Man of Montego. Quote from Norman Manley. It is not that you become soft from illness, as much as that the world you live in expand and your awareness of it is enormously enlarged.
And last but not least, a quote from Bob Marley. Greatness of a man is not by how much wealth he has, but in his integrity and ability to affect those around him positively. Thank you.
Additionally, a quote from George William Gordon. If you can convince people that freedom is injustice, they will then believe that slavery is freedom.
A quote from Louise Bennett Coverley. Anyway, Maga, it broke off. This long time, girl, me never see you. Come make me hold your hand. This long time, girl, me never see you. Come make me hold your hand. Pillage and cross it down in a tree top. Pick out the blossom. Make me hold your hand, girl. Make me hold your hand. This long time, girl, me never see you. Come make me walk and talk. This long time, girl, me never see you. Come make me walk and talk. He let John cross it up in a tree top, pick out the blossom, make we walk and talk, girl. Make we walk and talk. Good morning, kings and queens of Donald Quarry High. How are you doing this morning? Today we are saluting our heroes and safeguarding our heritage. So I want everybody in the chat to acknowledge their greatness and be proud of who they are. Proud to be a Jamaican, proud to be a king, proud to be a queen that is destined for greatness. Now, as we're talking about securing our heritage, saluting our heroes, yes, man. Heroes comes in all shapes and sizes. They are made for TV, and they are the revolutionary heroes that will fight for freedom. Now, in the chat, list all those heroes that fought for freedom so that us, men and women of today, can stand and boldly say, I am proud to be a Jamaican. I am proud to be a lineage of heritage from the land of wood and water. Greatness flows through my veins. Who am I? Am I a queen or am I a descendant of royalty? Either way, you are a queen. You are a king. Queens, women, kings, men. Let us stand up for greatness. Yes, man. And as I'm loving what I'm seeing thus far, we are acknowledging that indeed we are blessed. We are a multifaceted race that is blessed with not only good looks, but beautiful golden voices, good hair, and a tenet to stand up for truth, principle, and revolutionary ideas. So up, you mighty race. You can accomplish and always will accomplish what you will. Now, as we have that, we're going to go into our introduction of the guest speaker who will pave the way and remind us why is it important to salute our heroes and safeguard our heritage. And that will be done by Mr. Saunders.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Yes, I'm introducing our guest speaker, Mrs. Beverly Edwards Stewart. You're hearing me?
Yes, Mr. Saunders, we're hearing you clearly.
Okay, yes. As I said, I'm introducing our guest speaker, Mrs. Beverly Edwards Stewart. She is the parish manager for the JCDC Trelawney office. Miss Beverly Edwards, I've known her for over 25 years, right? She was my former co-worker. She is a cultural enthusiastic and understanding dynamic of cultural diversity. I want you to listen to Mrs. Beverly Edwards Stewart as she will give a presentation, and I know that you're going to enjoy it. And she's a real person. Okay, Miss Beverly Edwards, I turn it over to you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Miss. Morning.
Good morning, morning.
How are you doing, teachers and students?
Fine.
Okay, great.
Fine, thank you.
Yes, I like to hear when a question is asked that I do get a response, and I appreciate it. It is my pleasure, first of all, to have been asked to be here to say a few words. Because when you hear guest speaker, you think this person is going to come and, you know, all kind of stuff. But we are together in a particular period now in Jamaica and in the world, and we just have to always be available to assist each other. So this morning, I am thankful that I was asked, and I'm also thankful that I am available, because sometimes, because of the schedule, we are unavailable. But this morning, I really thank Mr. Saunders for extending that invitation. Teachers, it is a pleasure for me to be here. Students, I'm also wanting to hear you. As a matter of fact, I'm also understanding that we are streaming on YouTube. So I want to say a pleasant morning to those persons on YouTube and the persons who are on the Zoom platform. Really, really glad to be here. So we have a theme that we're looking at: saluting our heroes, safeguarding our legacy. Now for me, I have looked at this theme and I have come up with something that I want for you to work with me on. Is there any sense, is there any purpose in saluting a hero? Is there any sense, is there any purpose in safeguarding a particular legacy or someone else's legacy? What's the purpose of saluting our heroes? What's the purpose of safeguarding a legacy? I want for everyone on the platform to just think for a moment. What's the purpose? For me, when we talk about our national heroes, and I really, really enjoyed the quotes that I heard earlier. I suspect those quotes were given by teachers. Am I correct? Teachers,
yes, you are.
Yes. I really, really enjoyed them. The one from Louise Bennett, though, it is one of our Jamaican saying, anyway, Margaret pop off. Meaning, when it ends, it just ends. Some people would say they can't make blood out of stone. So when it's done, it just done. Anyway, Margaret pop off. Now, look at our national heroes in particular. And I say, What is the purpose of saluting Marcus Garvey, for example? What did Marcus Garvey do that we would want to safeguard his legacy? What is the purpose of saluting Paul Bogle? What did Paul Bogle do that we want to safeguard his legacy? What did Nanny of the Maroons do that we want to safeguard her legacy? And I could go on and on. Bustamante, what did he do that we want to safeguard and salute him? Safeguard his legacy and salute him. Norman Manley, what did he do that we want to salute him and safeguard that legacy? So I have been examining our national heroes. I have been examining their legacy, and I have been asking myself the question, why do I want to safeguard the legacy of these heroes? Why do I want to salute them? And I would want for you this morning to just work with me and ask yourself the very same question. What have they done? What is their legacy, first of all, that we want to safeguard? What have they done that in this time we want to salute them? We are in a particular period now that I refer to as the COVID period. And when the COVID period started, everybody was fearful. Lots of us didn't know what to do, what to expect. This was something new happening for all of us, world over. What did we do? A lot of persons were given the opportunity to work from home. A lot of persons were given the opportunity to work online. But might I say to you, colleagues and students, that there were a number of persons who never had that opportunity to work online, who never had the opportunity to work from home. And I started to look at who the real and the true heroes are. And so when my garbage started to pile up, I realized who a particular hero was, or I realized who a particular team of heroes were. Those garbage collectors, the driver of those garbage trucks. When we could go out to the supermarket, we realized another set of heroes, those cashiers. They couldn't work from home. They couldn't work online. When we could go out and we needed petrol for our cars, we also saw another set of heroes, those gas station pump attendants. For those persons who had to go to the doctor during the COVID period, or the hospital for that matter, we realized another set of heroes. Doctors, nurses, those people working on the front line, we now understand another set of heroes and how important they are. I am talking to teachers this morning, and I'm also talking to students. I realized another set of important heroes. And who are those heroes? Those heroes are our teachers. And teachers who are on the platform this morning, I want for you to understand the very important role that you play as a hero. And I am understanding even more the task at hand for our teachers. So you're at home and you have to teach online. How difficult is that though? Very difficult. I had more than one occasion to be online during different classes, primary school, high school, and I saw what teachers had to go through. Some of the children come online, and them just gone off. Out of a class of 36, some teachers are lucky to have 10 students online. They're online, they're messing with their cameras, especially the primary school students, some of them. And the teacher has to find a way to have control over that class nonetheless. How do you control students on a Zoom platform who can just zoom out, turn their camera on or turn it off and they're gone? How do you get them back? Calling their friends to say, come get your friend and tell a friend to log on. I heard a student telling a teacher, Miss, when you can buy the data for me, you will see me online. Teachers, nonetheless, have to find a way how to get to these students, how to get the lesson to them, how to account for their class. Teachers, for me, this morning and for this week and for this month, you are the heroes I am celebrating. I don't know about anybody else. I am celebrating the tremendous work that you teachers and school administrators have to do in this time. I would want for everyone on this platform right now to put your hands together, open your mics, and salute our teachers as heroes. That is one somebody clap I heard just now. Wow. Wow. Mr. Ware are you? I haven't heard you saluting the teachers. Mr. Morgan, I'm not hearing any salute coming from you for our teachers. Ms. K. Brown, I'm not hearing any salute at all coming from you from our teachers. Mr. Saunders, not hearing any salute coming from you at all for our teachers. Our teachers are the true heroes. Our frontline workers are the true heroes in this Corona period. I want to ask the students and teachers alike at this time, when you would have left this institution, Donald Quarry High School, what would you want your legacy to be? What kind of legacy would you want it to be for persons to safeguard? Think about it. I have also asked myself that very question. When I would have left this place of employment, what kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? How do I want persons to remember me? Because that's what legacy is, that which you have left behind. How do I want persons to remember me? Students, how would you want your teachers? How would you want the school administration? How would you want people to remember you when your time would have come for you to leave Donald Quarry High School as a student? How would you want to be remembered? And how you want to be remembered is what you have to do now. That will be your legacy. Teachers will talk about this particular student or this class of students or this cohort of students. Wow, they were well behaved. Wow, even though we had a challenge in the COVID period, these students would have come online, would have done their work. What kind of legacy? I am even talking to the principal this morning. What kind of legacy would you or are you planning to leave behind as a principal? Teachers, when Mr. Ware think of you and say, wow, that teacher never was late with a lesson plan, always had, everything together. What kind of legacy? How do we want to be remembered after leaving our place of employment? And this morning, is that morning that we can start, just to contemplate, just to think and to take it very serious. That when we salute heroes, we're not necessarily talking about the 7 men and 1 woman who we say are our national heroes. And even so, what it is that we are saluting about them. What it is that we are safeguarding about that legacy. Because it's not just words, my friends. We have to take these things quite seriously. What it is that we are saluting. Are we just merely going through the moments? We have to understand that we are at a time now in the world when we really have to take stock of what we say and what we do, how we say and how we do. And this month, Heritage Month, the month of culture, we have an opportunity to take stock and to ask ourselves those uncomfortable questions, because it's uncomfortable for some. What kind of legacy do I want to leave? How do I want to be remembered when I leave Donald Quarry High School? As a principal, as a senior teacher, as a great teacher, as a student, what kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? How I want people to remember me? That, my friends, is what I am leaving with you this very morning. I really thank you for having me, for hearing me, and I wish for you nothing but the very best for the rest of the school year, for the rest of the term, for the rest of the time as we go through this COVID period. God bless you all. Thank you for having me. I enjoyed my time.
You, Miss Beverly Edwards, for coming to us and for speaking to us on this wonderful topic. Thank you that, we've spoken about reflection on our past heroes and even recognizing our current heroes, every and anyone, from the garbage collectors to the gas attendants to our healthcare professionals to even us as teachers, frontline people overall. And most importantly, we can sit and think about today, what will our legacies be from the student even all the way up to a teacher. So thank you so much. And I wish that you have a productive day and even a restful one as well.
Welcome one and all. I would like to thank Miss Beverly Edwards for that moving reminder that heroes don't have to be recognized as becoming slave revolutionaries, but at the same time, ones who go above and beyond to ensure that the needs of their individuals among them are met. I'm sorry, everybody hearing me now?
Yes, you're fine. You're
better now. Hearing me?
Yes, much better, much better.
Okay. I'm saying I would like to thank Miss Beverly Edwards for giving us that tribute to recognize that heroes are not only persons that have fought during slave wars to ensure that we have freedom nowadays, but also persons who are willing to go above and beyond so that the needs of the students and faculty members are met as well. And once more, I would like to laud our teachers, especially the ones from the humanities department that have made to ensure that we salute, guard our heritage. Our lasting legacy will be taught and will be emphasized that indeed we are from a lineage of greatness. So continuing on this lineage of greatness, we're going to have our items and they will come in this order. From Mr. Franklin Freighter, Miss I'm assuming this is a Miss or Mr. Michael Gordon and Carlise Gordon, in that order. So yes, man, let us sing and dance and remember we are from a lineage of greatness. So come, man, come we go down, come we go down, come we go down at Donald Quarry, come we go down, come we go down. figure recognize the greatness.
Dear heroes, thank you for being the reason we stand. Stand up to fight and win. Dear heroes, thank you for making a way for me. You died so I could live. So I could live. So I could live. You fought oppression, I was still fighting. So I could live. Saw the face of justice, I was still seeking. So I could live. Lay down your life for me and her and him. So I could live. Right now we thank you for your sacrifice. So we could rise. Nanny was the one who taught us unity. Sam Trap said he'll die for choosing slavery. Marcus was the one who taught us how to fight. Drummer said he lied for with all his might. Paul is the one who taught us confidence. George William, oh yes, he taught us strength. And we can't forget the one who flipped the page. Alexander Bustamante brought us change. You fought oppression, I was still fighting. So I could live. Sought the face of justice, I was still seeking. So I could live. Lay down your life for me and her and him. So I could live. Right now we thank you for your sacrifice. So we could rise. 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 Rise, 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 so we could rise, rise, could rise.
Yes, so this is Franklin Freitas, a Miss Freitas. Sometimes it's hard, but try and you make it. Believe you me. In order to achieve, go forth and take it. Set yourself free. With obstacles in your way, you may fall before you rise. But if you really want good, your nose have to run. So get up and take a look on the prize. So as part of the plan, you have to have ambition. And the Almighty One as your foundation. Ain't nobody will get rich and sweet because that's definitely wrong. Me a beg when I don't forget to. No friend and where I come from. If you a thief, thief, remember God not sleep. And although you rob a man and get away last week, you up a laugh on the street, but your punishment is sweet. Because God is a silent river and you know them run deep. Throughout history, lots of great men and women went about things the old-fashioned way. They just kept on winning and winning so strong. Step up in life and go for what you know. You've got to strive. Remove the doubt from out your mind. Well, let good flow. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-dum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-da-dum. Be not moved by snide remarks from people who think they're witty. Keep running. Oh gosh. Keep moving on it. Gotta be strong and don't indulge in self-pity. Just try. Remove the doubt from out your mind and let things flow. You've got to strive. Remove the doubt from out your mind and let good flow. With obstacles in your way, you may fall before you rise. So if you really want good, you know have to run. So keep up and look out for the prize. Just try. Step up in life and go for what you know. You've got to strive. Remove the doubt from out your mind and let good flow. Throughout history, lots of great men and women kept doing things the old-fashioned way and just kept on winning and winning so strong. Remove the doubt from out your mind and let good flow. You've got to strive. Remove the doubt from out your mind and let good flow. Strive, people. You've got to strive. Remove the doubt from out your mind and let you know. You've got to strive.
You've got to strive. Step up in life and know what you're owed. You've got to strive. Yes, man, strive. Step up in life and know where you're coming from, know where you're going, and know what you're about. Now, the next item we have on the list is from a Miss Carlise Gordon. She is a student from the Montego Bay High that has entered the TikTok competition and was given permission by Miss Faylin Anderson to present on saluting our heroes and safeguarding our heritage. And this will be a virtual presentation. So once more, Miss Curtis Gordon.
Dear heroes, thank you for being the reason we stand. Stand up to fight and win. Dear heroes, thank you for making a way for me. You died so I could live. Oh, so I could live. Oh, so I could live. You fought oppression, I was still fighting. So I could live. Sought the face of justice, I was still seeking. So I could live. Lay down your life for me and her and him. So I could live. Right now we thank you for your sacrifice. So we could rise. Nanny was the one who taught us unity. Sam Trap said he'll die for choosing slavery. Marcus was the one who taught us how to fight. Drummer said he lied for king with all his might. Paul is the one who taught us confidence. George William, oh yes, he taught us strength. And we can't forget the one who flipped the page. Alexander was the man who brought us change. You fought oppression, I was still fighting. So I could live. Sought the face of justice, I was still seeking. So I could live. Lay down your life for me and her and him. So I could live. Right now we thank you for your sacrifice. So we could rise. Oh, 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 so we could rise. Rise, 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 so we could rise. Rise, could rise.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now the question is asked, why do we need to celebrate national heroes? The answer is simple. One, to elevate morale. Individually and collectively, we all need motivation at some point in our lives. A country can experience social, political, and or financial turbulent times. During these times, striking figures who symbolize hope and prosperity
can be the difference in how citizens of a country operate or feel about themselves in a crisis. They can also create a common bond among citizens. They create transformation and provide a guiding light that a country's citizens should aspire for greatness. These heroes that we were blessed with, they were pivotal to an issue to which the country was faced and provided the blueprint to how we should approach these issues if we should face them again. Marcus Garvey reminds us that a people without knowledge of their past, history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. And right now, our roots are firmly planted in a legacy that not only was a bittersweet, but it also paved the way for a victorious end so that men and women, and as I would call them, kings and queens that stand in solidarity, that indeed our heritage is worth celebrating. You can hear the slaves battering on the ship singing, Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya. They made it on the island. They fought tirelessly to secure their freedom so that we as a people can experience freedom in the light of our greatness. We can now go forward and introduce our children, our children's children, to the heritage that we now know as the history of greatness. So let us not take from today a lesson of simplicity, but let us take from today a lesson of exquisite greatness. We are here to stand firm in the principle that indeed, though our heritage may not always be that of sweetness, but indeed, that period proved was not in vain. And now we can stand firm on this rock that indeed we are who we are because our forefathers paved the way so that we can stand as men and women from the land of wood and water, Jamaica, proud, strong, and free. Now, we're going to have our vote of thanks by Mr. T. Saunders, and after that, I will give the closing remarks. So come, man, take on the freedom spirit and let us sing with pride that we are a land of greatness. Kings and queens, rise up and stand and salute yourselves, for you are a myriad of greatness.
Okay, well, we are celebrating the legacy of and saluting the legacy of our national heroes. And without them today, not one of us from the African descendant could be around free and being educated. So it is a pleasure to celebrate their legacy. Now, I must first thank Miss Pitt, the head of the Humanity Department, and her team for such an excellent program. Thank you very much, Miss Pitt and your team. You are a gem. We also thank the principal, Mr. Talbert Weir. Now, we thank Miss Hallin as one of our MC. Miss Hallin, thank you very much. You did an excellent job. Kumbaya, kumbaya. Students, you need to go and research what kumbaya mean. That's when we start our topic on cultural heritage in social studies. We can discuss that, kumbaya. We also thank Miss Raquel Mackenzie, another MC, for such an excellent job. We thank Carlton Ferreira also. We thank Julian Alexander for such a nice song, Singing Bird. You're a singing bird. Excellent voice. And we also thank our own, Miss Freighter. I didn't know that you were a singer, Miss Freighter. You were in the wrong profession. Huh? Thank you very much. And that song, students, that Miss Freighter sing, with shine head, if you want good, your nose have to run. Sometimes it's hard, but try and make it. We're going through a pandemic that it is very hard on every one of us, both teachers, students. But it is hard, but we have to try and make it. Miss Freighter, thank you. Excellent song. We also thank our guest speaker, Mrs. Beverly Edward Stewart, for such an excellent presentation. And you know what I respect about it? She recognized the hard job that teachers are doing today. It is not easy. It is not easy. And she recognizes us as heroes. And yes, we are. We are, because we educate this society. The Prime Minister was also a student that sits in front of teachers. And anything that he achieves is what he have learned from school that teachers teach him. So I thank Miss Beverly Edward Stewart for acknowledging us as hero. We are the greatest heroes in this society, Jamaica. Because without us, I don't know what Jamaica would be. Okay? So we thank her for acknowledging us. And Miss Gordon, we also thank you for your little piece that you gave to us. So it was an excellent program, and we do enjoy it. And I know the students on YouTube, you enjoy it. And teachers, I also know you enjoy this excellent program. So thank the Miss Pitt and her team again. Excellent, Miss Pitt. You're a gem. You are a gem. You are one of the best leaders that I've ever worked with. You are a gem. Thank you. Thank you. Now, we're going to break for 5 minutes for music going to play, and then we are going to a concert session. All right? So, we're going to break for 5 minutes and then a concert session.
who's been fighting for our rights. Let's recall some great men who's been fighting for our rights. Let's recall some great men who's been fighting for our rights.
Never live in vain. Brother Marcus, never live in vain. If you follow that man words, you will live again. If you follow that man words, you will live again. Talk about Marcus, never live in vain. Good God, Marcus, never live in vain. And if you follow that man words, you will live again. And if you follow that man words, you will live again.
Talking about Marcus Garvey, Marcus Messiah Garvey.
Marcus Messiah Garvey, Marcus Messiah Garvey, Marcus Messiah Garvey,
Man of nobility, man of nobility. He said, up, humanity race, one God, one aim, one destiny. Africa, for Africa, at home and abroad. We must all unite, sing Marcus Messiah Garvey, Marcus Messiah Garvey, Marcus Messiah Garvey, man of nobility, man of nobility. He said, up, humanity race, one God, one aim, one destiny.
Marcus Garvey family, ancestors no leave me. Naya Bengi, Bobo Shanti. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, oh, oh. Ay, 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 ay. Hey, hey. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, oh, oh. Ay, ay, ay. Hey, hey, listen, the blood of African kings run in my vein. Here in Jamaica, rebellious offspring. We've got a warrior spirit inside. From that time we can't change. And this a warrior spirit inside. It come for break every shackle and chain. Mana Shaka Zulu, Big Ne, and Kuma.
You can pause the music a minute for me, please. I'm asking you to pause the music for me, Mr. Matthews. Yes, Mr. Cornell Morgan, I am so sorry. I humbly apologize to you, sir, for your excellent part you have done. This nice scenery with the nice Caribbean Sea. You did an excellent job, and we really appreciate it. The Donald Quarry family appreciate it a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I must humbly apologize, sir, for not mentioning. It's just a little mistake. So thank you very much, Mr. Morgan, for your excellent part on the program. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Matthews, you may come. Go ahead.
Me no drink coffee tea, mango time. Mango time, care how nice it may be. Mango time, mango time. At the height of the mango crop, when the fruit them a ripe and drop, wash up back, turn them down. Mango time. Make we go mango walk, mango time. Mango time, for it's only the talk. Mango time, mango time. Make we jump on the big jackass, riding down on the top of pass. For the bank was full, mango time. Turpentine, large and fine, mango time. Mango time. Rubbing mango so sweet, mango time, mango time. Down by left and here is skint, at the back and around the bit. Make the best of the crop, mango time. We no drink coffee tea, mango time. Mango time, care how nice it may be. Mango time, mango time. At the height of the mango crop, when the fruit them a ripe and drop, wash up back, turn them down. Mango time.
Okay. Okay, so we are going to start the second part of our program, concert section of our program. So I want you to sit and relax and enjoy the concert program. All right? Now, we are going to start with our first item from the business department. So the business department will give us our first item. No volume. We're not getting the volume. No volume. No volume.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, Miss Carr, we are hearing you now.
Okay. All right. Kojo and the Man. All right, so Kojo and the Man from Westmoreland by Alma Norman. Kojo was a black man. Guthrie, he was white. Both of them were brave men, both knew how to fight. Now Kojo has the numbers and knows the secret ways where cockpits twist and double, so far a win he plays. But Guthrie plots with cunning, defeat alone he fears. Our men have done with running after 7 weary years. The black man ways are wiser, with lightning speed they strike, then slip away and hide, or melt into the night. Thus spoke with Colonel Guthrie to his soldiers waiting there. Maroon will fight with courage, be brave like them and dare. Now keep your muskets ready and keep your courage high, and let your aim be steady. Prepare to win or die. Maroons and Kojo waited the advance of Guthrie's men. They watched with breath abated and prepared to battle them. There were 60 men surrounded their secret hiding place, and when at last they found it, a battle fierce took place. With sword and brazen fury, the coroner's bugle blew, and spurred by hopes of glory, his soldiers shot and slew. Maroons like shadow fought them, and more than half were slain. Then kindly nightfall caught them, and they were safe again. But many men lay dying in the long, dark, lonely night, and the morning sun saw lying both the black men and the white. So they signed a truce between them. Brave Kojo's mountain band agreed to live in peace with the man from Westmoreland. Kojo was a black man. Guthrie, he was white. Both of them were brave men. Both knew how to fight.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Ms. Carr, for such an excellent presentation. Please open your mic and let Ms. Carr hear your clapper. It was excellent. Open your mic and let Ms. Carr hear your clapper. Okay, nice. So students, she did a presentation on Kojo. Kojo was a Maroon, the brother of Nanny of the Maroon, right? Now, Maroons were runaway slaves because after the British captured Jamaica from the Spaniard slave run to the mountains because they said they're not going under any more slavery. So Kojo was one of them who fought for the rights of his people. They will never allow the British to enslave them. Students, grade 7 students, when you start to do, you're going to do the national hero, you're going to learn about Nanny. You see after? The British had to surrender. They had to surrender because what? They couldn't manage them. They have a fight called it guerrilla war. And they live up to the mountains. The Maroons live on the mountains. So they can see their enemies coming to attack them. So it's like when I was a boy, you know, when a mango season, You have some boys from a different turf coming like them want come near mark for mango them, you know. So you know what we do? We make sure we get up early in the morning, go on the hilltop. So we see the enemies them coming up. So we have some big stone and we drop them down there. Woof, woof. Boy, you have to run like this. But you have to hold your turf. So that's a part of guerrilla war. So what the presentation that Mr. Carr just done is no with Kojo. That's the type of fight the Maroons fight the British. So Maroons are called runaway slave. Thank you very much, Ms. Carr, for that presentation. It was excellent. All right. Next on our program, we have an item, old-time synthing. Old-time synthing voice over. You know the word synthing. So let's go with that.
Old time thinking come again. Old time thinking come again. We have our soup pots and our strainers. We have our enamel mugs for chocolate tea. We have our soup tins to keep soup warm and our food carriers for long journeys. We have our milk jugs to keep it in and our meat mills to pound meat, our calabash dishes and our thunderbolts to keep water warm, our yabbas to drink soup in, and our old-time stove. We have our bath pails and scrubbing boards to wash clothes, our tooth holders and our living room figurines, our recording labels and our old-time clocks, our old clothes iron and our typewriters, our old-time socket and plug and our old triangles and shake, kerosene lamps, old coal stove, barrels that we all love and know, brick fronts, mortar and pestle to crush things, old-time money. Ask your granny about these things.
Okay, thanks for that old-time synthing. Now, old-time synthing, student, we're not just born, but some of us born in the 60s and 70s on the platform here now, maybe late 50s. So, as boy growing up, you have to rake up your yard, you have to clean your house with one named coconut brush. You them know the coconut brush, I want polish named Genie floor polish. Right? You have to rub the polish on the tile or the red yolk tile, and then you shine it on it red. Right? Some of you also know greater. People never have flush toilet in those days. So it's pit toilet, we used to call it. They have all different type of name, all drop straight. Right? So when you go into your bed in the night, you have to carry one chimney. You have to have a chimney in the room. The whole set of people used to have one called pail. Right? The pail. So when you get up in the night, you pee into the chimney. You have to pee in that mind when you get up, you have to go empty the chimney. Each room, if a 2-bedroom, or 1 room, or 1 chimney in there. Because in a night, you cannot go out in night, right? To go to toilet because dopey will lick you. Because as a boy growing up in a dopey days, you know. You understand? Dopey will lick you, so you have to pee in a chimney. Or even so, if you go pee outside, you know, so because a little boy sometimes you don't want pee in a chimney, you open the door, you have to say, who's there? Please move. Because you pee on the pee, you know, you're in a serious trouble. Dopey, I go lick you, dopey, I go box you. You understand? So those are some of the old time sinting. So when we're doing cultural heritage, these are some of our legacy that we carry in our culture that you have to know, right? So when we are doing cultural heritage class, you will learn, students, you will learn more about the old time sinting and the Jamaica culture. Now, next, we're going to have a poem by the Science Department. So Science Department, I'm not hearing from you. Science Department, are you ready? Somebody type in the chat, let me know what is going on. Okay, nice.
The Ballad of 65 by Alma Norman, the story of Paul Bogle, Morant Bay Rebellion. The roads are rocky and the hills are steep. The maca scratches and the gully is deep. The town is far, news travels slow, and the mountain men have far to go. Bogle took his cutlass at Stony Gut and looked at the small heap of food he got. And he shook his head and his thoughts were sad. You can walk like a mule, but the crop still bad. Bogle got his men and he led them down over the hills to Spanish Town. They chopped their way and they made a track to the governor's house, but he sent them back. As they trotted back home to Stony Gut, Paul's spirit sank with every bush he cut, for the thought of the hungry St. Thomas men who were waiting for the message he'd bring to them. They couldn't believe that he would fail, and their anger rose when they heard his tale. Then they told Paul Bogle of Morant Bay and the poor men found there yesterday. Then Paul Bogle thundered, "This is wrong. They think we weak, but we ill men strong. Rouse up yourself, we'll march at night to the vestry house and we'll claim our right." The Monday morning was tropic clear as the men of Stony Gut drew near and near, clenching their sticks in their farmers' hand to claim their rights in their native lands. Oh, many mourned and many were dead. That day when the vestry flames rose red, there was chopping and shooting, and when it done, Paul Bogle and the men knew they had to run. They ran for the bush, where they were hoped to hide, but the soldiers poured in from Kingston side. They took their prisoners to Morant Bay, where they hung them high in the early day. Paul Bogle died, but his spirit still talks. Anywhere in Jamaica that freedom walks, where brave men gathered and courage thrills, as it did in those days of St. Thomas Hills. I thank you.
Thanks very much for the Science Department and Paul Bogle. Now, students, that man born after slavery. But let me tell you, slavery was abolished out of Jamaica in the 1st of August, 1838. That's when it was fully abolished out of Jamaica, right? After slavery was abolished, we were free, but what? We were illiterate people because we couldn't read and write, because they never make us go to school or anything. Now they gave us the worst set of lands to live on fertile land, hillside land, land with up on hill and all of these things. You understand? So our life, our situation, it was bad. So Paul Bogle said, look here, man, we can't make with people a suffer so. Them lock up and come on near Wainwright. True Wainwright hungry and got tea food. And they lock him up. Someone say, but a hungry. You can't lock him up on a hungry. If a man hungry with teeth. And a fool no fault, I'm not saying no one work. when they do employ them in those days after slavery, a penny, so little bit of money, what can do nothing. Maybe coming like a $1 today, I want $2, I want $3. You understand? $100, $150. So people are hungry. So when Paul Bogle walk from St. Thomas and place named Stony Gut, go a Spanish town to a man named Governor here. You see how man walk from Spanish town to Stony Gut. And when Paul Bogle walk there, you know, say Governor run him. You know, I hear nothing from Paul Bogle. So Paul Bogle say, all right, me try this way, me try the best way. I don't know, there's nothing. So you know what I go do? Me, I could take the law in our hand. Paul Bogle go out of man, be this man, and he turn it upside down. All the custos dead, the judge dead. He turn the place upside down. He ran away to the bushes, but them catch him and they hang him. They hang him. They hang both him and George William Gordon. Why? George William Gordon was a very rich man. His father was a white planter and his mother was a black slave woman. In those days, they called them mulatto. The word is mulatto, but we as slave people, we can't read and write. So then the word is too big for you, mulatto, we say. Because when you pick me now, one girl or one boy red, especially if girl pick me, because girl love traits. And here they say, you're red and fever mulatto. You want no black say. Black is beauty and red is corruption. So George William Gordon was a mulatto man because his father white and his mother a black slave woman. But he was very lenient on the peasant, the ex-slaves in those days. So they say, him a back and belly rat. Two-sided machete, panya machete. So start me on the side, so a white man, they say, so they hang him and kill him. So Paul Bogle today fights for the rights of his people. That's why today we have the chance of being free, because those men, if they never do it, we would be in serious problem. We have another item from the Human Ecology Department.
My family is not Gambian. My daughter, so they teach. And when we are called, our pastor sick, my son Uriah preach. Sunday gone, when pastor didn't pass him from the left yard. But people went in a church, so Uriah get to a bride. Him climb up on the pulpit. Him lean over, him look down. He look back all the enemy them and lash them with him tongue. The first one him take on was this, who tell like from me. Him stare her in her face and say, thou art the Mounty Mounty. Him say, thou art the roller son. Thou art the meadow son. Then he look on me and say, thou art the slaughter lamb. Him take on teacher Brown. For when he was the size of that, teacher beat him one day because he thought teacher top notch. Ryan getting revenge now. He stared straight in the round face and said, let him that sitteth on the house top not go down. Him take on butcher clothes, who known to sell scraps his names. He said, thou shalt not give thy neighbors full of ropes to eat. Him tell them them noise them. Them had full to the rim. But as riot in a pulpit, them can't back answer him. So when church member Melvin, I don't answer to the preach. I'm ready there when the pastor stay up and you rather preach.
But yeah. Okay. Okay. So I didn't know that you were such an excellent drama lady. We really thank you very much, Miss Campbell and Miss the teacher name, please remember the teacher name. Somebody tell me, Miss Campbell and Miss
Miss Val.
Oh, Miss Val, Miss Valentine. You don't know Miss. Come here, I get foul now, you know. Yeah, man, excellent. Miss Valentine giving a Louis Bennett thing because student Miss Lou is one of our cultural icon, a legacy what we have to keep. Miss Lou somebody make we learn to respect the language what we talk because our main language in Jamaica is Patois. When I was a boy growing up, when you talk your native language, your mother said, boy, how you chat so bad? Student, you can't talk bad when you talk in your native language. The English language has its place, but the Patois is what we talk in a Jamaica. Miss Lou is one who make us appreciate our language because what happened? When they took us from West Africa on slave ship and pack us like sardines, when they open sardine tin, you see a sardine pack, a sudden pack with for over 2-3 weeks through the Atlantic Ocean, carry us to the Caribbean and the Americas continent, right? Now, they take people from different tribes. In Africa, you have different tribes, right? Now, each tribe speak their own tribal language. So when they can come to Jamaica now, we have a terrible language barrier. So the Englishman, you know that they are English speakers. So you have two types of slave. You have a house slave, and you have a slave who work in a cane field. These nice, good-looking black women, they would be house slave. And if they say you're ugly, you have to go in a cane piece and so not go up. So now how we start to learn the language now is like the Englishman, you know, said like said, Jean, may I have a cup of coffee? Coffee? He said, yes, sir. You want a cup of coffee? Because we can't say the coffee. We have to say coffee. You understand? Them say climb like you climb in a tree. The patois we say the boy climb the tree. Come here, come down. And everybody in a patois language, male and female, is him. That's how we talk. You understand? We're not talking about the vulgar patois language, what sometimes you hear on TV when the police go in some areas and when the police shoot, they say, I not do nothing, and the police that's taking and stepping on field, and we hear baby, and when we run down there, he's dead. We're not talking about the vulgarness there. We're talking about the sentiment. Yeah, man. And we will hear them. A good man, you know. And when you come down there, we hear on that bush. Bang. And when we go in that bush, when we look, we see my Peter full of blood, and we say, Jesus, I thank you, my Peter. Them there are our native Jamaica patois. So what the Human Ecology Department just gave us a little synopsis on Louis Bennett story. So thank you very much, Miss Valentine and Miss Campbell for that nice piece of drama. After the program, please see me. I'm going to line you up to Edna Mandy School of Drama. All right? Now, I am going to give away a phone card. This one is flow, and it value $300. Now, give me a minute. I'm going to call somebody. Give me a minute, 1 minute, people, students and teachers. Give me 1 minute. Okay, all right. This is the flow, $300, and the number. So take up your phone, and on your mark, get set.
What credit is it?
Flow, $300. And remember, anybody who catch it, you have to give me something out of it. Okay, ready now. 699-59-878-25-8649. Who catch that?
I did. Thank you, Mr.
I did. What
Saunders.
is the name of I did? Who is I did?
Alex, Miss Matthews.
Oh my God, Alexia, you are a gem. You deserve it, girl. You deserve it. That is so nice. Right. All right. But remember, I need something out of it. All right. All right. Next on the program. So I'm going to give her the Digicel, but not now. I'll soon come up with the Digicel. So next on the program, we have an item from one of our own students, Natara Heaven. Natara Heaven.
She's just joining Mr. Saunders. So can you ask her to go again? She just joined.
She just joined. Okay, all right. Let me do a little chatting till she's ready then, no? So, we're saluting our heroes, students, legacy, what they have left for us. Right? Now, anytime you're ready, you check me out. Right? Without them, today, we as Black people don't get to eat to supper. Because what happened, you know, somebody had to go out there, you know. You have one they call Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Student, he's the first national hero. He's the first national hero of Jamaica. A bright, educated man. And another Jamaica alone, him try for Black people to be free. He formed one of the strongest Black organizations, the UNIA. Who can tell what UNIA mean? Mr. Matthew, if you type it, somebody tell what UNIA mean, one of the students. The strongest Black organization ever, the UNIA. It goes over 50 countries all over the world. A Black man from out of Jamaica by the name of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Anybody tell me what UNIA mean? I don't see it in the chat, anyone? Natara, you already know? All right, UNIA mean Universal Negro Improvement. Right? Association. Most powerful, right? There's a quote from Marcus Garvey. You know what Marcus Garvey said? A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like the tree without roots. If you not have the knowledge of your past history, student, you are like a tree without roots. If you sometimes see on social media, they're going around and ask some simple question about the culture, your own culture you don't know. You don't know nothing about your culture. Right, Miss Lawrence, Universal Negro Improvement Association. Right? That's what UNIA, the most powerful black organization ever. Right? Marcus Garvey was the first person ever to be deported out of America. The first man to be deported is Marcus Garvey, and he don't do nothing. All because he was fighting for the rights. He fought for the rights of black people. Right? There's another quote from Marcus Garvey. He said, if you have no confidence in yourself, you are twice defeated in the race of life. You hear that already? If you have no confidence, you have to have confidence in yourself as black people. Yes. If you don't have any confidence, you're twice defeated in the race of life. We see Marcus Garvey says black people, stop seeing yourself as ugly, big nose, poor and poverty. Stop seeing yourself as that. Right? See yourself. All right? Next, Natara, we're ready for you now. Natara, you ready? Mr. Matthews?
She's on, but I don't see. She said her background is noisy because people
My
are playing
background
loud
is
sound.
noisy because people playing. All right, make we move, get it before Natara, maybe. So what are you saying? You can't do it? Or what? Let me type and tell me. All right, meanwhile, Natara organizing, we have another item from one of our former teacher, Mr. Colton Ferreira. He's going to give us an item, a song behind the scene. Mr. Colton Ferreira. OJ.
Thanks, Mr. Saunders. Jamaica, land of beauty, we promise faithfully to serve thee with our talents and bring our gifts to thee. Jamaica, we will always, in honor of thy name, serve steadfastly and wisely, and never bring thee shame. from riverside to mountains, from cane field to the sea. Our hearts salute Jamaica, triumphant, proud and free. Jamaica, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Let me begin again, Mr. Sanders. Sorry about that. Got a little distracted. Sure. Oh, Mr. Sanders?
Yes, Carlton.
Yes, sorry, I got distracted. I was looking at the words while singing and
Okay, yeah, man, you still
something.
stand though, but go a little louder for us as a student, because you sing an excellent song, but they need to hear the
Yes.
words. So please project your voice for me, please.
Yes, I'll go again.
Yeah.
Jamaica, land of beauty, we promise faithfully to serve thee with our talent and bring our gifts to thee. Jamaica, we will always, in honor of thy name, work steadfastly and wisely, and never bring thee shame. From riverside to mountain, from cane field to the sea. Our hearts salute Jamaica, triumphant, proud and free. Together in our country, in love and brotherhood, we'll work and play in freedom as all God's children should, with hearts and hands united. Give thanks for everything that God has given unto us. Together let us sing. From riverside to mountain, from cane field to the sea. Our hearts salute Jamaica, triumphant, proud and free. Our hearts salute Jamaica, triumphant, proud and free.
Thank you, Mr. Ferreira. Excellent. Jamaica, land of beauty. Jamaica, land of beauty. I'm going to give away another phone card. This one value $200. And this one is Digicel. So, on your mark, get set, and go. Listen. 57 86 82 09 20 724. Who catch it? Who catch it? You want me to go over it again? Let me go over it again. Five. Hold on. Miss Pitt, resend me the Digicel one because me don't know if me call a wrong digit. Resend me because it look like it does. Resend me. Okay. So meanwhile, Miss Pitt going to resend me that one. Mr. Matthews, we're going to wrap up. So you're going to play the video of Carlton's video for me, please.
It must have been cold here in our shadows. You never have sunlight on your faces. You were content to let us shine. That's your way. You always walked a step behind. So we are the ones with all the glory, while you are the ones with all the strength. Beautiful faces without names for so long. Beautiful smiles to hide the pain. Nanny, did you ever know that you're our hero? And everything we would like to be. We can fly higher than an eagle. For you are the wind beneath our wings. It might have appeared to go unnoticed, but we've got it all here in our hearts. We want you to know we know the truth. Of course we know it. We would be nothing without you. Manny, did you ever know that you're our hero? You're everything we wish we could be. We could fly higher than an eagle. For you are the wind beneath our wings. Costa, did I ever tell you you're my hero? You're everything, everything we wish we could be. Oh, and we can fly higher than an eagle. For you are the wind beneath our wings. You are the wind beneath our wings. The wind beneath our wings. Oh, the wind beneath our wings. Fly so high, I almost touch the sky. Oh, fly, fly, fly away so high, I almost touch the sky. Oh, fly, fly, fly away so high, we almost touch the sky. Thank you, thank you, thank God for you, the wind beneath our wings.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Farrier Colton. Excellent. I didn't know you had talent. Really, thank you so much. All right, on the Digicel this time. All right, so we are going to wrap up. We are going to have an item by Mr. Ware and Miss Maxine Lawrence of Luciano Pavarotti. A joke, I just joking. But Miss Lawrence is an opera lady and Mr. Ware is an opera man. Okay, teachers, devotion and registration is 8:30 tomorrow morning and workshop begins at 9. That's an announcement for the teachers. Registration starts at 8:30 and the workshop begins at 9. Students, you are to return to school. You're now on a midterm break. You're on your midterm break. You are to return to school Tuesday morning, bright and early. Children come to school. 7:15 for your registration, and then your class at 7:30 on Tuesday. We thank you very much to come out, and it was in an excellent program, 2 excellent programs. Mr. Principal, Mr. Principal, Mr. Principal, Mr. Principal is not here. Miss Vice Principal?
Yes, Mr. Ware is on, sir. Mr. Ware is on. Mr. Ware is on.
Mr. Principal? Mr. Matthews?
Yes, Mr. Saunders.
Ask the principal if he have anything want to wrap up before I close the stuff.
Sure, I'll do that.
While we await the arrival of the principal, I'd just like to use this opportunity to thank the Humanities Department, ably led by Ms. Pitt, for such a wonderful and awesome morning going into the afternoon. Thank you so much to all your team members. Thank the parents for coming on and students for being there. You have been wonderful. And my colleagues, thank you for your presence. Many thanks to you, Mr. Saunders, for the way in which you handled yourself. And I know the other MCs are not here. The 3 MCs who were a part of our function this morning. It was really a surprise to see them. We did not know that what happened this morning was in store for us, but we just want to say a big thank you and God bless you all. Over to Mr. Ware as he comes.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Miss Lawrence, and thanks for the compliment. The principal has nothing else to say, so we are going to wrap up. So it was a pleasure having you all. Thanks both teachers and students and parents to come out for such an excellent program. Thanks to Ms. Pitt and her team for such an excellent program. Thank you all. Have a blessed day, everyone. Thank you.
Talking about Marcus Garvey, Marcus Messiah Garvey. Marcus Messiah Garvey, Marcus Messiah Garvey, man of nobility, man of nobility. He said, up, up, imagine race, one God, one aim, one destiny. Africa, for Africans, at home and abroad. We must all unite, sing Marcus Messiah Garvey, Marcus Messiah Garvey, Marcus Messiah Garvey.